with Jewel. My name is Jewel Lenard, and I help entrepreneurs to show up big and connect with their people. And today is Thursday, so today we are talking about success mindset. Now, this is an interesting topic for me today, but not for the reason that you think. What I want to share is that as entrepreneurs, it is so important that we stay captain at the helm. And I think that a lot of entrepreneurs, particularly small businesses, have a tendency, I know I did, let's not talk about you, let's talk about me, a tendency to want to hand over the functions that we aren't good at to someone else. Now, there's a difference between handing over and delegating, and there's also a certain level, a minimum level of understanding that we have to have as entrepreneurs, no, even if we're delegating. Like I know that I don't wear all the hats. I don't even want to own all the hats. I was I was a CPA, but I don't want to be the accountant. Okay. But what I noticed recently is that there are a lot of businesses, there are a lot of really high profile coaches and business people who have been, I've noticed in the last couple of years, particularly attentive to small businesses. Okay. And at first I thought, oh, that's great. Small business owners getting help. That's awesome. But then I started looking at the failure rate for small businesses. And then I also started to reflect on the reason why I believe small businesses fail in the first 3 to 5 years. I think it's really related to process and the ability to actually run a business, the business part of running a business. In terms of the systems that support you, that allow you to scale, most small business owners, they don't know much about it, don't really want to know much about it. It's just, we're just focused on selling what we got to sell, but not delivery and not other things that benefit our business. So I said, okay, I wonder why. I'm just curious why the change in focus since 2000, I would say, a really focus and almost to the extent of capitalizing on a lot of mindsets that tend to be significant with small business owners in particular. So I said, let's look at small business. So even though 99.9% or something very close to that of businesses in the United States are small business owners, did you know that a small business, according to a Small Business Administration, is any business that's up to $38 million in annual revenue is considered a small business. So I thought, wow, small business is, fueling the economy. Wow, I wonder what the distribution is for small businesses. So I thought, okay, let me look it up. And so here's what I found. And this is related to mindset because as an entrepreneur and a small business owner, you have to have a clear understanding of the broad picture, the context in which you're operating in, and then treat your acquisition of products and services as a component of a larger plan versus, oh my gosh, I got this problem, help me solve it. Oh my gosh, I need more leads. Here, give me that thing. Oh, okay, web SEO person, you can, grow my business. Here, grow my business. We have this mentality of like, here, go fix it. Or you call a marketing person, you go, here, go fix it. Give me a campaign. Give me this. Show me how to do a funnel. Okay, that's going to fix it. That's going to fix it. But really, that's not going to fix it. And I think there's two things that two things I want to hone in on for this. Two reasons why it's not going to fix it. One reason it's not going to fix it is when you're looking at say you're looking at people who have a bunch of, testimonials and things like that. You can't look at someone else's results on a specific product or service in a vacuum because different businesses, every business is unique, and every business owner is not at the same level mindset wise towards success, and they're not necessarily at the same level of preparation. So depending on where you are at in your journey as an entrepreneur, you may or may not be ready for the thing that someone is pitching to you to help you with your business. And the challenge is, depending on where you're at in your business, you don't know that if you don't have a broader view of what you're doing and why you're doing it and where the gaps are in your business. So, and I need to do a deeper dive on this. I really need to do a longer YouTube video, but it's about understanding your business plan, identifying the holes in your business plan, prioritizing the holes in your business plan, and then seeking out those vendors and coaches and people that can support your plan the way you planned it, if that makes sense. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to be throwing a lot of money out on things that are probably good solutions, but just not a good solution for your business at this point in time of where you are at, if that makes sense. So, and to bring that point home, I took a look at the breakout, the mix, the revenue breakout of that 99% of small business owners. And what I found that was not completely shocking, but a little bit disappointing is that 0 to 50,000 in annual revenue, that 78% of small businesses fall in the $0 to $50,000 of annual revenue, 78%. And then in the 50,000 to 100,000, 14% of small businesses fall in that category. So if you're a business, and then let's go up one more level, 100,000 to $500,000, 5% fall in that category. But if we go up to over $1 million, the combined total over $1 million are less than 1%. So what that tells me, as a person who has expertise in processes, in automation, in systems, and how to get things done in business, if you're a small business owner and you're not at 100, you're not at six figures yet, you probably don't have the processes to support, right? But you have to know what your processes are before you can invest in technology to solve the problem. You don't have to know the details of your process. You can understand it at a high level, but you absolutely cannot go and purchase software and consultants and all this kind of stuff if you don't have a high level view of how you get things done. Because the first thing you're going to do when you hire that consultant, when you hire that coach, when you hire that person, the first thing you're going to have to do is understanding and touch with that process. That's the first thing they're going to have you do. I've had coaches before, right? So you go in and it's all hyped up and you think, oh, okay, I got this coach about to do this thing. Yes. And then the first thing your coach is going to have you do is outline, what is your process? What is your goal? What is your target audience? What is your total addressable market? What are all those things? And guess what? You're going to think the coach or the person is lousy because they're like, oh, they just had me do all this stuff. I could have done that on my own. I need to make money now. When really, you got to do that beforehand. Okay? Anyway, so I just found that interesting. I don't know. This is a longer, probably a longer live, but it's really kind of an interesting topic to unpack because I really don't hear a lot of people talking about the readiness level of a small business owner for all of these different things that are available to them. Because every small business owner is not ready to do funnels. Every small business owner is not ready for a campaign. Every small business owner is not ready for a commercial. Okay? You're just not ready because the fundamentals, the foundation, you're building a house. You want to build a house, you need a foundation. You need to lay the foundation. You need to put some walls up. There's a time and a place for everything. And I think that as an entrepreneur who's experienced it, in fact, that's one of the reasons why I even started my agency to begin with, is because I felt like, there were so many people out there, web designers, coaches, SEO people, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's going to help me, my business, crush it. But as soon as when you dig into it, You either go in blind and get disappointed, quite frankly, because you don't have what you thought you were going to have, or you really don't understand it. And so you just, you're just kind of throwing money away. I've thrown money away, right? But if you just do this one small thing, well, it's not a small thing, but if you do the one thing, and that is kind of understand the grand scope of how you do things and the process of how you do it, and put your business plan in place. So you've identified, some of the key elements that you need to be in business. You can be so much more smarter when you're hiring the people that are here to help you. I'm not saying they're scammers or anything like that, but I think a lot of providers for small business get flagged as scam, or get, people say that about them because they say, oh, well, that didn't work. This didn't work. That didn't work. It's not necessarily that it didn't work. It's just that you weren't ready because of this fundamental foundation that needs to be in place for every small business owner that most don't have. So, I hope that was helpful for you. I'm not sure if it was or not, depending on where you're at in your business. But if this was helpful to you, then definitely share the video. I love when people share my video. And if you want to understand kind of at a high point, what are the bullet points, Jewel? Like, tell me where to start with this, my process, then message me, and I'm happy to provide you with the bullets, at least as a place to start. Okay. So I hope that was helpful for you. If it was helpful, then definitely share the video, and I'll talk to you next time. Actually, I'll talk to you next time. No, tomorrow is freestyle, but I'll talk to you next time on Lunch with Jewel. Lunch with Jewel. See you next time. Bye for now.